Hello and welcome. This is your boy Jackson coming to you live from NYC. It's been a while since the last video. I just thought I had to come up from retirement, so to speak, and talk to you about Aquaman. Yes, I did get the advance. I did manage to, excuse me, I actually got the Amazon Prime Advance tickets to see it 24 hours ago, and I must say I am actually pleasantly surprised. It was better than I expected, better than Wonder Woman. And if you check out my previous video, you realize that I really didn't think Wonder Woman was as fantastic as everyone made it out to be. But then again, that's just my opinion. In terms of the whole DCEU universe, um, movies, I will rank it as the third. And after Batman vs Superman Ultimate Edition, which is, in my opinion, the second best in the DCEU movie lineup. Yeah, Man of Steel obviously is my favorite. So yes, it comes in third, and Wonder Woman comes in fourth, Suicide Squad fifth, and Justice League a close tie with Suicide Squad. So I'll say it's sort of split between the two of them, but I'll put it in the sixth position if I have to. And yes, it was actually pleasant. Pretty decent movie. I was actually surprised that I enjoyed it. And yes, people out there keep claiming, oh, this is a Marvel movie or a DC take on a Marvel style, but I strongly disagree with that actually. It to me it felt more like a Zack Snyder movie, but with better or with brighter colors. James Wan did an amazing job. It didn't feel like a hack job, which Justice League was. It was like it set out to deliver a movie, a sort of origin but not origin story, and it does tie to the whole events that happened in Justice League. There was a throwaway line that actually said, "Oh yes, this actually took place after the events during in Justice League." So I'm glad they actually put that in and not and didn't sort of create a whole cut out universal narrative in terms of the story, in terms of the whole DCEU madness. So yes, I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, there was as a whole, the movie was great. I mean, there was certain scenes that I was like, they could have done better there. Especially the whole scene, the whole chase scene on the top of the roof in Sicily or whatever. That's sort of reminiscence of Indiana Jones meet. Um, don't remember the name of that famous PSP PlayStation game, but yes. Well, one thing I discovered about that is the trailer was much more intense than the actual movie version of that scene. I was not happy with that. I thought they had the wrong music, background, whatever, running there and in the movie, and it didn't feel as intense, as exciting as watching the trailer version, which also had different background music. I I believe the trailer version was much better at everything overall in terms of the presentation than the movie version. Other than that, I thought it was actually a pretty good movie, and I can't wait to see the next iteration of Aquaman because it is absolutely fantastic. And like I said, it's sort of what's it called? It's an origin movie, but not really an origin movie. I don't want to actually say why I think that is without actually just giving spoilers away. So you would have to wait until after it officially opens next week for me to explain or whatever. So, yes, my opinion, Aquaman was a fantastic movie. It did better than I expected. yes, it was a bit light tone, but at the same time, it still felt as though it's in that same Zack Snyder universe, even though it was lighter in terms of the color of the screen. The subject matter was a bit wonky sometimes. It's which is why I said it felt more like it wasn't a Zack Snyder movie. It was a bit more. It's like the consequences of the actions are actually prevalent in the movie. So if something goes wrong, you know it actually affects the world around it, and it's not just the world isn't just a throwaway aspect of the entire show or the entire movie, which is why I liked it. Which is what I had, which is the problem I actually had with Venom. It was like all these things are happening, but it's like they were all in a bubble, and the whole thing was so linear. But that's not the same way. That's not the way it was in Aquaman. Usually in the DCE movies, it's like each superheroes, each actions, each whatever feat perpetrated by the superheroes or supervillains does have real world consequence, and it is actually part of the narrative, as opposed to being stuck in a bubble and the outside world not really mattering as much, which is my gripe with Marvel movies. I mean, they have worked towards actually addressing those issues, but still, they're more focused on the superhero as opposed to what's going on around them. So, yeah, well, this is my review for the Aquaman movie. I am actually going to go back and watch it again because I think there's still more to actually glean. The trailers did show quite a bit, but there's a lot more that wasn't seen in the trailer. So I would recommend you go out. Don't worry about the trailer. It was like, yes, it was the extended trailer was a fantastic piece to let you know what, this is going to be a great movie in that universe. And yes, it could be better, but it's still fantastic. So go out there and support Aquaman and James Wan. And oh yeah, before I forget, James, what the hell? Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa was fantastic in the role, along with you know what? I don't remember her name. She plays Mira. They were actually it was tailor made for them, the dialogue and everything. So it actually works out because apart from the Flash in Justice League, I thought Jason Momoa's performance was really, really bad. But in this, he owns a character. He owns it. He is Aquaman. There is no question about it. So I recommend you all go out there, you watch it. It's phenomenal. It's fantastic. Look at maybe not phenomenal, but it is fantastic. All right. This is Jackson coming to you live from NYC. Okay, recorded live. I'll be seeing you soon.